Mayor, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for February 2nd, 2012 to order at 8:05 p.m. On roll call, council members Castiglia.
Here.
Coletti.
Here.
Conway.
Here.
Chewinski.
Here.
Monsino.
Here.
Work. Here. Mayor Moore.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Will everyone rise for our prayer and flag salute? Oh God, our Father, we ask you to bless our meeting which we trust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and plant in the keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires the commencement of each meeting stated by the presiding officer, now therefore be advised, meeting requires for this meeting, having met by posting an annual notice in the regular packet secretary, earlier as a moving part of posting a notice in the office of Borough Clerk as well as the public place within the municipal building and notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 1, 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is going to be on cable, channel 77. It'll be on Wednesday, 12 noon. Wednesday again at 3 p.m. and Friday at 12 noon. It's also on our website, www.elmwoodparknj.us. So you can find it on our website, plus Wednesday noon, Wednesday 2 p.m. and Friday noon. We do not have any jurisdiction as to when these meetings are going to be on the cable. We get notified by the cable company as to when they're putting them on, and sometimes they change them, and it's not even to our liking, but the residents enjoy it. Mr. Kaczmar?
Mayor, this evening under the approval of minutes, we have the regular meeting for January 19th, 2012.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Coletti and Mr. Burke. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so ordered.
Mayor, this evening under ordinance, first reading, we have resolution 62-12, to introduce ordinance 12-1 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled an ordinance to amend the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park, titled Water, be passed and adopted on first reading. Be it resolved that final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, February 16th, 2012, at 8 p.m. or soon thereafter, same can be heard, at which time and place all persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be is hereby authorized to advertise in the legal newspaper notice of introduction and final hearing is required by law.
This is the rule increase, is that correct?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay, ladies and let me have a motion, please.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Mr. Conboy, second by Mr. Castiglia. Discussion. This is an increase to your water rates. We have been increased by Passaic Valley Water Company, 5%. We're passing that increase along to the residents. It's not something we're gaining any money out of. We're just paying for what we're paying for. Okay, call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Castiglia.
Yes.
Coletti.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Chewinski.
Yes.
Monsino.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
Motion carries. This evening, Mayor, on first reading, we have resolution 63-12, introduce ordinance 12-02 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled an ordinance to amend the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park, titled Licensing and Business Regulations, be passed on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, February 16th, 2012, at 8 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the same can be heard, at which time and place persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing is required by law.
Motion, please. Moved by Mr. Castiglia, second.
Good.
Second.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Word. Any discussion?
Mayor, if I may, I'd like to please make a tabling motion.
Motion to table by Mr. Conboy, second.
Second.
Mr. Chewinski, call the roll, please. There's no discussion on tabling motion. Call the roll.
On roll call to table, Councilmember Councilmembers Castiglia,
Yes.
Coletti,
Yes.
Conboy,
Yes.
Chouinski,
Yes.
Monsino,
Yes.
Porter.
Yes.
Motion passed. To table the motion. Mayor, this evening under the consent agenda, we have Resolution 64-12, payment of bills, excuse me, 65-12, confirmation of checks, Resolution 66-12, confirmation of payroll, Resolution 67-12, redeeming third-party tax lien from Mente Enterprises LLC, Resolution 68-12, transfer resolution, Resolution 69-12, approval of memorandum of understanding, Keith Casmark, RMC CMC, Resolution 70-12, authorization for the fire department coin toss events for 2012, Resolution 71-12, appoint volunteer firefighter Stephen Kobe Jr., Resolution 72-12, appoint volunteer firefighter William Thicker, Resolution 73-12, appoint volunteer junior firefighter Brian Chesky, Resolution 74-12, approval of handicap parking request on Glenwood Avenue, Resolution 75-12, reappoint John Stangwitz as acting foreman, Department of Public Works, Resolution 76-12, appoint part-time custodian in the Recreation Department for weekends, John Kessler.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Word, Council President. Second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Gillespie. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
Resolution 6912, the memorandum of agreement.
Uh-huh.
Have some further discussion on the terms, so we can table that.
Can I make a request through you, Mayor, that the council withdraw that particular resolution from the consent agenda? We'll vote on the consent agenda without that resolution, and then we can vote to table that after the consent agenda is adopted.
That sounds good. Any other discussion? I would just like to indicate to the people who are here and who may be watching, we do have approved a handicap parking space. Just to clarify that to everybody else, when a handicap parking space is approved, anybody with a handicap parking ticket can park it. It doesn't mean that you personally have that space forever. And this is on Glenwood Avenue, which is in the apartment area. So if there's anybody else living in the apartments, they can park in that handicap space. Call the roll, please.
The roll call will be on the consent agenda without resolution 69-12. Councilmembers Castiglia,
Yes.
Coletti,
Yes.
Conboy,
Yes.
Chouinski,
Yes.
Monsino,
Yes.
Porter.
Yes.
Resolution, the consent agenda is adopted. Resolution 69-12. Mayor, do you want me to read it into the record, or you want to just take a table of the motion?
May I have a motion on 69-12, please?
I'll make a motion to table count.
Motion is tabled by Mr. Monsino. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Conboy? No discussion on table motion. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmembers Castiglia,
Yes.
Coletti,
Yes.
Conboy,
Yes.
Chouinski,
Yes.
Monsino,
Yes.
Porter.
Yes.
Mayor, that concludes the resolutions for this evening.
We have committee reports. Mr. Coletti, you want
Yes, I will.
to- okay.
On January 28th, the mayor and council attended the Elmwood Park Fire Department installation of Officers Beef Steak Dinner. It was a fun night, and I was personally happy to be there supporting those members who give us so much of their time and sacrifice for the safety of this town. The only negative thing about it was that I ate too much and paid for it the whole week. Regarding the school board, as most of us know, the board voted to move their election to November. They no longer have to submit their budget that meets the 2% levy cap for voters' approval. Only a school board decision to extend the cap would have to receive voters' approval, and that would be on the November ballot. Regarding the proposed repairs to the Gilbert Avenue School, we are waiting upon a report from the engineer for his direction. And I think it's safe to say that repairs are imminent at this point. And last but not least, regarding the school, to their credit, the school board refinanced $22 million of their debt, saving $750,000 without extending the term. Mayor?
Thank you. Mr. Chouinski?
Yes, Mayor. The reason I'm wearing red tonight is Women's Heart Awareness Month this month. It's also National Wear Red Day tomorrow, which is Friday, to make people aware of the women's heart disease and the problems associated with it. Also, on another note, is Black History Month for all those who care. And also, I attended the firemen's there. And congratulations to all the officers once again who give so much of their time on a volunteer basis. The fire department will be having a towing course, which will be on April 14th and June 9th. Please give generously to this because, once again, these are volunteers and save the taxpayers a great deal of money. And also, I'd like to just tell you that last night the county did pass your resolution for your no left turn. It's finalized, yes. And
So it moves quickly.
that's about it.
Oh, you got something done.
Thank you, Mr. Word.
Thank you, Mayor. The Yeoman Park Health Department will be continuing to offer their free adult consultation and child health clinics to the residents of Elmwood Park. The next adult consultation clinic for the year will be held on February 21st, which is Tuesday morning, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the private clinic room in the municipal building. This clinic is available for adults 18 years and older. No appointments required. Walk-in residents are welcome. Next child health clinics, which also includes free immunizations, will be held on February 6th, which is a Monday, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. On March 1st, which is a Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and March 6th, which is another Tuesday, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Immunizations required by the Board of Education are also available at these clinics. And once again, these clinics are free for well visits and free immunizations for families that are underinsured and uninsured. This clinic is by appointment only. Please call the Yeoman Park Board of Health at 201-796-1457, extension 604, to set their appointment. Both these clinics are held in the clinic room in the lower level of the municipal building, so you can use the Market Street entrance for these clinics. Also, the Elmwood Park Health Department is also looking to offer free vaccines, and I'll get back to you once I get that information from the Health Department when these vaccines are available. As I stated last month, all dog and cat licenses were renewable during the month of January, so if you haven't renewed your dog and cat license, please stop down by the Board of Health. Also, there's good news regarding the Board of Health. We have been in contact with another town regarding sharing services. Prospects were very good, and hopefully we'll be able to bring another town to lessen the load on the Elmwood Park taxpayers. Another reason why more towns may be available is due to the fact that Bergen County Health Department is cutting their staff. Bergen County revenues this year came in much lower than 2010, and layoffs were made at the county level. I believe they'll be made at the Sheriff's Department and also the Bergen County Health Department. So there may be opportunities for Elmwood Park to take advantage of that, to share additional service, additional towns, and bring some revenues in for the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Word. Mr. Castigny?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Very short tonight. Planning Board, Borough Planning, we only have two issues that we're working on right now, two applications on the Planning Board. One is for officers coming in for a trucking outfit. I'm sure you know down by Food Tile, the side of Food Tile's building is on the boulevard. The address is 630 Boulevard. That's been empty for a long time. They're getting some officers in there for a trucking company that's over on East 54th Street. So there'll be no trucking out of there, just their offices. We're working on this. These haven't been approved yet. It's just something that we're working on right now. At 278 Broadway, which is right across from Firestone on East 54th Street. There should be an office, well, there might be an office coming in there for appliance repairs. It's just an office again. All the technicians that go out and repair appliances will be coming from different sites, not that site at all. Just the offices will be there. And that's about it, Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Constable?
Thank you, Mayor. My report is very short tonight, but since the bell was ringing, it reminded me, about 2 weeks ago, a resident did ask me, and I think somebody also wrote it on that sillynewjersey.com, what is that back there? They've been watching the meetings on TV. That is for the court. So when there are guests of the Bergen County lockup, instead of having to bring them here to save money and police time, they get to be brought in by video. That was on thatcitynewjersey.com, and a resident asked me about 2 weeks ago. That was behind the curtain. Not the wizard.
Hey, Tom, I
Yeah.
heard a voice, I think there's really somebody back there.
Well, yeah, that's how they communicate with those members that are visitors of Bergen
He said,
County.
let me out, let me out.
Under the Bergen County Patrol. So to continue my report real fast, first I just noticed in the audience, the members of the Chamber of Commerce are here. As I had mentioned to the mayor and council before, they want to be real active and be more attentive and involved in what's happening in the town. So I don't think in the past the Chamber used to attend meetings, but the president is here, John Oreca from Oreca Catering. Aid is here from TD North Bank, and I see Mr. Conti back there, of course we all know the Conti family and funeral home. I also like to congratulate all the folks over at St. Leo's School this week. It's Catholic Schools Week. They did a phenomenal job to do a lot of things, a lot of fun things for the kids. They provide a great service here in our community for those who wish to take advantage of that educational institution. And I know, Mayor, I think you were a guest there today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We didn't get treated to lunch though, did we?
No, it was,
Not like last year.
it was kind of short.
I know, no lunch. I know, what happened. But anyway, congratulations on a great Catholic Schools Week. And let's go Giants. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bonzino?
Yes, Mayor. So I guess
Thank you, Mr. Conti.
when you're on vacation in the summer, we can take the blue tarp off. And we can Skype you in.
Yeah, from Aruba.
Yeah, right.
Well, since you brought it up, when we had that last heavy rainstorm, I was in Aruba, and I told the airport closed down, and I couldn't return, and unfortunately, I had to stay in Aruba for another 4 days. If you have to be detained, I really wanted to be detained in Detroit. That's where I really wanted to spend the extra days. I was there, and I was Skyping and talking to the police department, and a lot of people up here, so it does work, and it's excellent. So, and by the way, if you hear noise coming out of there, that thing turns on, I think at 8 o'clock every night, and then it just does something and goes off again, so it's some kind of timer on it. And then the back is the coffee machine.
On Saturday, I attended the fire department installation dinner. And again, I just wanted to wish the best of luck to the officers and again, extend our gratitude for the service that the fire department provides to our town. Tomorrow evening is the Elmwood Park Volunteer Ambulance Corps installation dinner dance. And I'm looking forward to attending and congratulating the officers tomorrow night and the old members of the Corps in a similar fashion, thanking them for their service to the community. Over the last couple of years, I've talked about the New Jersey SEN Sustainable Energy Joint Meeting, which is a purchasing group of 165 municipalities that collectively purchase at a larger volume both the gas and the electric commodity. The objectives of the New Jersey SEN is to provide price stability to the communities and some budget certainty. And through collective purchasing, it gives us the opportunity to realize savings that we might not realize if we pursued it on our own through a third party. The gas auction for 2012 was held on January 31st, 2012. It was for a 12-month term. There were 5 bids for the 12-month auction, and Hess Corporation was the successful bidder with a bid price of $5.16 per decatherm. That $5.16 represents a 28% savings over what we paid last year and almost 46% savings on gas 2 years ago when we entered the New Jersey SEN.
Excuse me, if I cook that decatherm with oil and a little vinegar, what is a decatherm?
That's what we want to know.
Everybody wants to know what a decatherm.
A therm is a unit of energy.
Okay.
A decatherm is 1,000.
We all knew that, we just wanted to see if you knew.
You know.
Does everybody else know that?
You engineer.
Okay, so it's, that's completed, and we're going to start the electric auction probably in the next month or so. We're just tabulating our accounts. The electric auction will include the buildings and also the street lighting, and the street lighting is a significant amount of energy.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. Those people who are watching and those people who are here, we do pay for the streetlights. Doesn't come free. The town pays for that. and also the traffic light. So there are a lot of things that you pay for and you're not even aware of. Mr. Giblin?
No.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my report, you should have received today or tomorrow the waste watches. Okay, so make sure you read it. There's a statement that I put in the beginning, and I'd just like to indicate a little bit about that. The Elmwood Park Waste Watches Handbook was first published in 1993, and basically it was just 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 4 pages, and it told you about recycling. That's why we started it. Now you have a 20-page booklet here, and it gives you a lot of information about the town, things you should know, snow plowing, parking, building permits, you name it, it should be here. And I also indicate in my statement that if you have an idea that you think is appropriate to put in the book, please contact my office. The number is on the back of the waste watches, and we'll try to include it. Please keep in mind that in order to include it, we have to have a significant number of these things to add another page. We just don't have room in this, and it comes out to another 4 pages if we have to add it. This is folded in 4. So if you do not receive it, please call my office. It's delivered by the post office, and it's postal patron, so it goes to just about everybody except the people in the apartments. You should have that. Secondly, I called again to the county park department. They're supposed to be cleaning up the Garfield Waterworks property. That's the property between Gilbert and Washington Avenue. They have $90,000 that they've received to start cleaning that property up, cut some of the trees down, cut some of the trees up that are already down. That went out for bid, and Mr. Kistler, who was the acting park director, said when he was in private business that would be done already, but by the time they go out for bid, by the time they get the bids back, by the time they review the bids, they're a little late to do that. He's disappointed. I'm disappointed. I know the council's disappointed because we wanted to have them start cleaning that area up, primarily because it's cold out. There aren't any leaves, there aren't any shrubs that are blossoming and blooming or whatever, and they can see what they're doing. So they're trying to rush that through so they can clean that property up. They also have $350,000 that's been approved by the open space program for the county to put the path in, or walking path through there. So that's eminent, okay? We can just push them so much. And it's just about concluded putting finishing the last culvert. It's on Van Riper Avenue, opposite Company 4 on the boulevard, by Company 4 on the boulevard. That's being paid for by the county, and that is the last culvert that has to be replaced. The county owns all the culverts over Fleischer Brook, and they've replaced them all the last 40 years. There's 9 of them there, and they're all finished. And that's been a significant help to us in keeping the flooding down from Fleischer Brook. It's really been a godsend to do that. That's all I have in my report, and I'd like to have a motion to open up the meeting to the public if the public wants to speak. Mr. Castiglia, Mr. Word, any discussion on in favor? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any comments you'd like to make to the council, please use the microphone, give us your name and address, so that if it's bad, we can get back to you. No. Anyone who wishes to speak? Overwhelmingly supported by the audience. If no one wishes to speak, I'll close the public portion, and we're just going to hang out here, because if we get home too early, our wives are going to wonder what happened to all the other meetings we got home late. But thank you. Let me just repeat what I mentioned before I close out. If you just tuned in, you happen to tune in on TV, and you wonder when we have it, again, I'll repeat, Wednesday, 12 noon, channel 77, cable. 12 noon, Wednesday, 3 p.m., same day, and Friday at 12 noon. Or it's on our website, www.elmwoodparknj.us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. And gentlemen, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Conboy, second by Mr. Burke. Council President Burke. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And be careful on Sunday with the Super Bowl. stay home, get a designated somebody, and we'll look at it.